Hello there! In light of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker hitting the cinemas at this very moment, I thought I'd go back to the very beginning of the saga and have a look at that film. No, I'm not talking about Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. I am talking about Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So what we're going to talk about today's video is we're going to go back and have a look at 10 things that could have made Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, better. Number 10. Jar Binks. So yes, I'm going to start off with the elephant in the room, and that's Jar Binks. Now, I'm going to also play devil's advocate, and I can actually see where George Lucas was going for. He had the comic relief in the duo R2-D2 and C-3PO, which were cute and funny and all that. So he's trying to replicate it with Jar Binks. The problem is, he failed. What we got was an annoying talking CGI mess who talked in that awesome Misa voice all the time. I should not do impressions. I mean, J.J. Abrams, he actually did quite well. He actually brought in BB-8, and obviously if you haven't seen it, there's a brand new one in Rise of Skywalker as well. So it could have been done, it could have worked, but what he created was just no. I mean, why a CGI character? I mean, that is a problem in itself. We will get to that in a moment. But yeah, Jar Binks should have been a big no-no. Number 9. Not have the characters so boring. One of the things that made the original trilogy so brilliant was the cast of characters. We had Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca and Princess Leia. Characters we all loved. And they had things behind them which made us like them and love them so much. But with The Phantom Menace, everyone was just so boring. Or was it just me? Or if I'm wrong, please tell me. But I just got the case that Anakin was just a whiny child. Obi-Wan Kenobi was just there. Same with everybody. Yoda, everybody was just so flat and boring. And I will say that it's a 50-50 because it's not just the writing that makes that, it's also the actors as well. I will go into that in a moment, but the characters, they didn't have anything. There was nothing really to them. I mean, the biggest character development we had in the whole film was Padme having a double. That was it. No, the characters to me just bored. Need a bit of life, we need that little bit of rogueness or charmness. It failed miserably on that. Number 8. Not have the actors act so boring. So yes, continuing on with the last one, it's the actors themselves. I mean, Ewan McGregor, if you watch a film with Ewan McGregor in, he has this cheeky chappness to him. Same with Samuel L. Jackson, he is an over-the-top, larger-than-life person. That didn't come across at all in this film. Liam Neeson was just Liam Neeson, really. These actors are brilliant, fantastic actors who weren't allowed to shine. I get the feeling it was more down to... See, this is the thing, it was 50-50. Bad writing and the actors didn't really care. That's the impression I got. I mean, granted in episodes 2 and 3 there was a bit more life and soul into it, but the first one, no, it wasn't there. You needed at least one actor just to stand out that little bit more. Number 7. Use less CGI. So yes, less CGI. Now, at the end of the 90s, early 2000s, CGI was all the rage. Everything was CGI this and CGI that. Unfortunately, fans didn't really like it. I didn't really like it. It just looked like a computer game, really. Which is fine, I like computer games, but when I go to a film, a live action film, I want to see live action. Now, luckily in 2020, that sort of thing is moving away and filmmakers tend to use CGI just to enhance their film rather than make a whole CGI film about it. But Star Wars Episode 1 is one that started it off. Now, with Episode 1, it was a mixture of models and CGI, but there was still too much of it. In space battles, that's fine to be CGI. In a room, build the room. It looks better on film. Especially as modern technology improves and we get better and clearer pictures. I mean, we've got HD 4K and we've got 8K coming up. You can actually tell, and it doesn't look good. It makes the film look worse rather than better. So yeah, if they eased up on the CGI a little bit, would have been made a lot better. Number 6, less politics. So I know this has been said many times, but yes, too much politics. When we watch a Star Wars film, we want to watch Wars in the Stars. It's in the title, not lots of people talking around, being all diplomatic and talking about their problems, although that's what we should do. It's not in a film though. And there was just way too much of it. Too much just standing around talking in circles, not much action, not much plot development, and it was just, yeah, it just felt boring and long and winded. Do you know what? If you did a cut of taking out all the politics stuff, you probably have a good version of Star Wars. Number 5, better way to sense the Force. A better way to sense the Force. Now, any Star Wars fan will know exactly what I'm going to say. Midichlorians. What the hell? Seriously, in the first trilogy, the Force was just this mystical thing. It was just there. That was it. Now, in episode 1, oh no, they're these tiny little creatures that live in your body. No. They could have had Force detectors to detect how much Force that person had, or anything like that. But why put a name? Why actually ruin that one part? Ruined the Force for everybody. There could have been another way, a better way to actually sort that out, but no, George Lucas went with midichlorians. Luckily, it hasn't been mentioned that much since. I think there was a reference in episode 3. Might do episode 3 in a future video. But other than that, it was sort of swept under the carpet. Even the books and video games, there's been no mention of them. Thank God for that. But this is where it started. This is where it got all its grief from. Number 4. Have a plot that makes logical sense. So when you have a franchise with fans who will nitpick when it all goes wrong, and that's what I'm doing here. What I actually mean when I say logical sense is Naboo to Coruscant via Tatooine, which is in the opposite direction. If you don't believe me, go and check out the Star Wars Galaxy's map. They are in the complete opposite direction from each other. Now, before anyone kills me, they are on the run from the Republic, and that's why they went into Hutt-controlled space to hide from the Republic. But she was the Queen of Naboo. Anybody would have been happy to help fix that. It just doesn't make sense to me. There would have been a better way to do this. Why go to Tatooine? Now, I know for the story purposes, they had to go to Tatooine to go and find Anakin Skywalker. There should have been a better reason other than, oh, our ship's not working, we need to repair it. Let's go in the opposite direction. Yeah, doesn't fly with me. Number 3, told the story from Anakin's perspective. Yeah, now this is me criticising more of the actual story itself. I personally would have actually had the whole story told from Anakin's perspective, and I only had a small part. But this film was more from Obi-Wan's perspective, who was more of a background character in this film. The first film was told from the perspective of Luke Skywalker. He was the main character. Anakin Skywalker wasn't. Now, let's face it, that's who we were all interested to see. Yes, Jake Lloyd did pull it off a little bit whiny, but at least he did better than Hayden Christian. But, yeah, if you told it from Anakin's side of things, from Anakin's point of view, I think we could have got a little bit more of an exciting story, less politics, but yeah, just tell it from Anakin's. That's what we wanted to see. Number 2, make the Jedi more revered. So one thing everybody was expecting or hoping from this film was to see the Jedi in action in their prime. And we did get that to a certain extent, but no, we didn't. I know that sounds weird, but what we got was just the Jedi just being normal people. No, the Jedi should have been revered. Remember, the Jedis were the guardians of law and order. I didn't get that impression. They were there just more as peacekeepers than guardians of law and order. No, they were too political, and yeah, they were just sorting out trade disputes. That's not what the Jedi should have been about. The Jedi should have been controlling and enforcing law and order. So, yes, they are the good guys. Cops enforce law and order, but they are good guys, and that's what I would have expected. They didn't get much reverence. The Jedi were just there. They're just normal. Now, I know that sort of ties in with the whole story arc of the Sith destroying the Jedi, but in this first film, that should have been put to one side and was more of a D plot. That's how insignificant on this film it would have been. I know by the time Revenge of the Sith came out, it was the A plot, but in here, yeah, that was just put to one side. You wanted to see Jedi in their prime. Could have been more exciting. Number 1, not kill off the bad guy. So in this film, we did have something really cool. We had a really cool bad guy in Darth Maul. True story, I was working in McDonald's in Havant when the first trailer got released on Channel 4. Everyone stopped working to watch that. Now, I cannot remember anything by that trailer except the introduction of Darth Maul where the doors open and he's got the double lightsaber. That's the only thing I can remember from that. And everyone was like, oh wow, he looks awesome. He's the new version of Darth Vader. And yes, he was. Bear in mind, he was only a henchman, but in the first film, Darth Vader was the henchman. But yeah, he was so cool. He was athletic. He was brilliant. He was what we were all hoping for in a bad guy. And then they killed him off. No. With Darth Maul, they should not have killed him out. Now, I know he has come back in the Clone Wars, and I know he has come back in the Solo film, but you shouldn't have killed him off in the first place. No, it shouldn't have happened. He could have been built up maybe even more than Darth Vader was, but yeah, Darth Maul, George Lucas screwed you, man. Final thoughts. So, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, it wasn't actually that bad of a film, to be perfectly honest. I know I'm criticising it, and I am probably being a little bit nitpicky. It had some good things. It had some fantastic lightsaber action sequences. The space battles were mediocre but okay. The soundtrack, John Williams outdid himself on the soundtrack of this film. It was just, it was okay. It was an okay film. It just could have been so much more, and that's the problem. That's what people wanted. Now, I know we got the more with J.J. Abrams, which is still not as perfect as the original saga. Nothing is ever going to be as good as the original saga. But at least George Lucas gave it a shot. Unfortunately, he did fail miserably. But that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Did you actually like the film? Did you slate the film? Is there any other things you think that could have made the film better? Please leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the share button. Please subscribe to my channel and keep up to date with other videos that I'm doing. If you want to keep in touch with me, I am on Twitter and on Facebook, both of us at Berryman81. Or if you want to support me, I'm now on Patreon at Berryman81 as well. And I look forward to doing you another video very soon. So look forward to doing all that, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.